everyone. Hello, hello. I am right on time, I suppose. Right on time. I'm sorry I didn't get a post into art experiments. I got sidetracked. And I didn't get a chance to get it in there. So, hello, Amber. I am still working on, well, what is today? Today's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. You missed me. Why did you miss me? Where were you? Where have you been? Have I been gone? I miss me too. I have been working on the prompts, the tags, and the lists, and all that stuff. Still working on that. Hi, Muriel. I did not get any videos done yesterday. Oh, that's too bad. Well, glad to see you, Miss Amber. Happy Tuesday to everyone. I'm still working on the prompts. I haven't started the videos yet. I want everything to be absolutely fabulous before, so I don't have to redo anything. I want to do it once and everything. And so I don't see Vicky here yet. Happy Tuesday, Debbie. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Marilyn. It's funny how everybody is just right here, right on time. So I am postponing the FIBS book page until I can get these mixed media prompts out of my head. I'm in that mode. I'm thinking about them. I am almost there. And I really need to finish them and get it done, get the videos done, get the PDF done, get everything done. Hi, Linda. Before I lose the desire to finish it. It's been such a large project. It's going to happen. So I am going to work in the Anything Goes book because I'm almost finished with it. And because I want to start 1, 2, maybe 3 more new ones. Hi, Vicki. I'm going to sneeze. I'm still having allergies here. Not as bad as I did that one day, but still having a little bit of issues. So I'm thinking I found these journals at the Dollar Tree, little size 5x8 paper, 5x8, which is a great size. I like working small, so that is really a cool little size. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do an Anything Goes book in that. And I am also going to do one in, oh, see, there goes things falling. Thank you. I'm going to talk about that in a sec. And I'm also going to, I got this book from IKEA, and I got it a while back. I'm going to sneeze. Hi, Linda. And so and it's a little bit thicker paper than the composition book, and it doesn't have any lines. Yeah. And it's just a little bit, it's a little bit of a different size. It's a little bit wider and a little bit shorter. I think it's a European size. I'm not sure exactly what size it is. So I think I'm going to be working in 2 Anything Goes books moving forward because they're really a great tool. I love IKEA too. They're really, really a great tool. The Anything Goes book, this one started out with many, many, many names, and the Anything Goes book stuck. I like having an Anything Goes book And what that is kind of it's a sketchbook for mixed media people. Let me mute for just a second, because I'm going to thieve. Let me find the mute thing. Okay, sorry. Didn't sneeze, but let's clear the pipes a little bit. Maybe I won't sneeze. Hello, Cheryl and Janet. Oh, really? So I am going to have to go over there. Remind me at the end to go and take a look. Hi, Tammy. Okay, so I was saying Anything Goes book. Anything Goes book is kind of like a sketchbook. People that do a lot of drawing, a lot of portraits, things like that, they have a sketchbook to work out ideas, to keep notes, to mess around with. A sketchbook is a place that is a private place that you can work out ideas, and you don't have to worry about anybody else seeing and being embarrassed about anything that you're doing in there. Sketchbook is all about your very own space to feel free to do whatever you need to do, whatever you're trying to figure out. So the Anything Goes book is that same kind of concept for mixed media people, and it could be for anybody at all. It is a place, a safe place, to learn how to play. There are no rules for the Anything Goes book. You can put anything in here. It's for experiments. It's for trying out new techniques. It's about learning how to use your tools, how to use your mediums to put notes in, put ideas in, make lists, to practice doing something, to warm up so that you're all ready and all creative and ready to work on whatever project it is you're working on. It is just a place for, it's a place to learn to enjoy the process. It is okay if it's messy. It's okay if you're creating mud. It's okay if you make mistakes. No one has to see all this. So you are free to make the mistakes and to feel silly and write down the notes, what you did wrong and what you don't want to do again, and you don't have to explain it to anybody. So it can be a complete mess. It can be all that kind of stuff. So the Anything Goes book is not a project to be finished. And I do want to finish this one only because there's not very many spaces left to do anything. The Anything Goes book is just a place. It's not a project. It is a tool. It's a tool. Good morning, Kathleen. An Anything Goes book is just, it's for all those different kinds of things. If you have 5 minutes and really don't want to work on a major project, or you're learning how to Zen doodle or whatever, it's a good place just to spend a little bit of time, to have a little bit of fun, and then go on and do whatever you're going to do. An Anything Goes book, a junk journal, would be great for an Anything Goes book. Hi, Wanda. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to all those new people. All those lurkers that don't say hello. Welcome, welcome. So, hi, Orla. Haven't seen you in a while. I would like to try to do some Zen doodling. I'm not a doodler either, but I like the looks of it. This is my practice. I grabbed a black and white picture of a face, and I had a few minutes, and I just so this is going in my Anything Goes book. It was an experiment. I wanted just to see what would happen. So I grabbed a magazine image, black and white, grabbed a black pen and started doing some funny little things to her eyes. I made a circle on her cheek. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and I grabbed a pink pen and made her lips pink, and I colored in, well, I drew pink lines on her. Can't see it because it doesn't want to focus, but I just took a pink pen and just kind of drew along the lines of her hair. And so she's got this tint of pink in her hair. You can kind of see it there. It was a black and white picture, and then I put a little bit of pink in her eyes too, just because they looked a little dead after putting all the pink in her hair and her lips. So I pinked up her eyes. And that's all I did, and I like it. I like it. It was fun. It was relaxing. And I didn't, what was nice about it is I didn't stress about it because it was just a piece of magazine image. If I didn't like it, I could throw it away, and it wasn't glued down to anything, and it wasn't, you know, anything serious, and it's nothing lost. This used to focus, and now it's not. I need my other focus thing back. Thank you. So I didn't lose anything. I just grabbed something, messed around a little bit. Thank you, Wanda. New here, but you just love watching. That is fabulous. So glad to hear that. So I haven't lost anything. If it didn't turn out, I could have thrown it away, and no one would have known that I did it, and it would have been a practice thing for me. But you know, the circles they're not great. I could have taken a little bit more time to do the circles a little bit more evenly. You can see the lines on her lips. You can't really see it at a distance. I could have done it a whole lot better, and with some practice, I probably will. But for my very first try at doodling on a face, I think it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my Anything Goes book. The camera says you're welcome. So, am I missing anybody? Hi, Sherry. I think I said hello to you. Who am I missing? All right. All right. I do talk to the camera, don't I? I don't even realize I'm doing it. I do talk to the camera. Hi, Raven. All right. So I'm going to find a place for this in my Anything Goes book. So I really like having the Anything Goes book. And as I'm doing these prompts, as I do the videos for the mixed media techniques, is what I probably should be calling them. They're not really prompts. They are mixed media techniques. As I do the videos, I will probably grab one of the new Anything Goes books to do some of those things in. So I I want a new one to play in, because this one's so full that I wouldn't be able to find empty pages. And when I get this one done, I will do a flip through so that you can see it. Some of these pages are ugly. There's a lot of pages in here that I do not like, and that's okay, because that's what an Anything Goes book is. It's working out things, doing things that you enjoy, practicing things that you don't enjoy, seeing what the pens will look like, seeing I practiced some stamping in here. I was messing around. I was kind of trying to, I need to organize my room. I do always say thank you to my camera for focusing. I talk to my camera. I'm a crazy person. I'm trying to organize my space, number one. I am way too cluttered. I've got way too many projects going on, and way too many videos that I want to do, so I've got a lot of piles of things for each of those videos, and it's starting to get, it is in my way. It's not starting to, it's been in my way. I need to get these videos done and get this stuff and put in a better place. And some of these projects finished so I can put them on the bookshelf and get them out of my way. So I am going to start with my area here. And yeah, I found leaves. I'm starting with my area because this is where I do all my stuff. This is where I look around when I am trying to find something. And I like to have everything really handy when I'm streaming so that I can do things without searching for stuff. So I need to reorganize this just a little bit. There's some things here that I don't use, and there are some things that I do use that need to be within arm's reach. So I was kind of tweaking that a little bit, trying to get it done. And one of the things that I use a lot are my handmade stamps. But I had them in this larger, deeper container basket. And I was finding them was a little difficult. I have my favorites, and they would always sink to the bottom, so I couldn't find them when I was looking for them. So I found these little containers at the Dollar Tree, of course. They're a little bit more shallow. They're a little bit smaller. Oh, I do need to make leaves as a prompt because I like leaves. And I am sorting them out. They came in, the Dollar Tree had these 4 for $1. I got 4 purple ones and 4 this green turquoise kind of color. So I thought, you know what, I've got all of them. They're nice. They're not real deep. So I can put some little toys in there, and I can sort out triangles and the circle stamps, and I have just a couple circle stamps, and this is not all of what I have, guys. But I can see them in here, and I know where the circles are. So, and then some of my other ones. So I'm trying to figure out a way to have them so that I can find them when I know I'm looking. That one's the one I lose a lot. And I like that one a lot. So anyway, so I was doing that today, and I got a long way to go. And I did not realize these are just leaves, and I still need to do the leaf stamp video, and that's going to be real soon. It's going to be this week because I got inspired to do more leaves. I started out with this leaf. This was my very first one, and you can't see it because I've used it so much. And the lines are not quite as deep as they were when I first started using it. So I made another one, and then I just started making a bunch of them. What I do, I used to use cardboard for my foam stamps. I do not like using cardboard anymore because after using it for a while, pressing it down, it scrunches. It scrunches against itself and it gets flat, and then it's really hard to pick up, and it's really hard to stamp with. So I have gone into doing stuff on pieces of plastic. I keep lids, plastic lids off of sour cream or whatever. I keep those plastic lids, and I do glue my watermelon cake, and I do glue my stamps onto plastic now. I still usually make a tape handle so that I can pick it up without getting my hands too inky. But if I do it this way, then I can bend the stamp as I use it, and I don't have to use the entire thing. But I can, or I can do that. And I can also use repositional tape. It's removable tape, and tape the stamp on. See, here's another leaf. Use tape and tape the foam right on the block, and then I can take it off again. Because it's repositionable, it holds it just enough so it doesn't move around, but I can take it on and off and move other stamps onto that block to use the block for different stamps. And it saves space. So I've got all these leaf stamps now, and I made 2 today. I made these 2 today, and I haven't tested them. So in my Anything Goes book, I'll have to find a page to test out these new leaf stamps. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Wow, your favorite coffee shop today, they had watermelon cake. It is very unusual, but you could really taste the watermelon. That would be really, I like watermelon. That would be kind of cool. So I need to find a place for my face to live, and I would like to try out my 2 new leaf stamps because I haven't tried them yet. And so I am trying to finish up this book so that I can start another one guilt-free, or another 2 or 3, depends on what goes on here. Because I want to be able to use it when I do the new videos that are coming out. This is a very boring page. It needs more stuff. I have pulled out images. You want watermelon now. That's funny. I have pulled out, and that's why I was almost late. I was going through images, not only to put in this book, but when I start an Anything Goes book, the first thing I do, and I've done a little bit in this one, and I must have done it like a month ago or so, because it hasn't been recent. The first thing I do is I find some images that I like and just randomly glue in some magazine images. I like to have some images underneath paint, and I like some images on top of paint. So I made some kind of a face with a person in it. So my first step, here's part of an A. My first step is just randomly gluing images that, they might not really be that interesting. The A's not that interesting, but it will be an interesting something underneath other stuff. I do not plan any of my images or any of my pages ahead of time in just about anything that I do. I do not use gesso. I could, but it feels like an extra step, and I don't want to do any extra steps. So I grabbed a bunch of images that spoke to me today. Number one, to add to some of the pages in this other, the one to be finished, and the leftovers I am going to glue into the new Anything Goes book. So there's quite a few images there. So I need something, you know what, I guess I could just stamp some leaves on here. I know I've got another leaf page not too far away. I guess it doesn't really matter. There it is. It's not that far away. I think I was trying out new leaves that I had started at that time too, right? What are we finding? Oh, the iris carts. Okay. I got it. And I'm going to, this has got some yellow on it. You know what I want to do? I want to do a little bit more stenciling. Just like that, before I even do anything else. I want to stencil. Let me see if I can find a stencil without moving the camera. I don't want that one. Let me get my stencil binder out. Oops, sorry. Let's see what I can find. I'm thinking maybe the zigzags. I haven't used the zigzags in a while. This is one of my favorites. I just feel the need to put something underneath these stamps. And I've got yellow on here already, so I'm going to use a different yellow and just do some stenciling. Just for some interest, because this is kind of boring. And I kind of decided that I wasn't going to get out the acrylic paint today because it's too messy and I don't want to clean up mess today. So I'm just using ink pads, and I am thinking that I am going to get out some of the water-soluble crayons. And those would be like the scribble sticks and the sparkle sticks and those kinds of things. See, I already like that already. I do like to layer stencils on top of stencils. I like the way it looks. You like the leaf page? Vicki likes the leaf page too. Okay, let me put some yellow up here. My computer is in my elbow space here. And then some down here. And I have to find a place for that face. Do not let me stop this stream without having that face live in here somewhere, because that is my very first doodle over a face, and I want to keep it in the Anything Goes book for future reference. That's another thing that this Anything Goes book is good for, is reference. To remind yourself, you can write notes in here, you can remind yourself what you used for a certain project, what colors, what stencils, what kind of paints, or it's good for everything. And this stencil is really hard because it wants to move all over the place. It's really hard to use. Fighting it. I'm fighting it. It's fighting me too. Yep. Vicky likes the leaf page. So maybe we should make some more leaf pages. I haven't tested these yet, so I don't know if they work. They probably do. I don't know what they look like, though. These little zigzags, they just move all over the place. You really have to hold them down so that they behave themselves. And you know, an Anything Goes book would also be a great place to write a list. Now see, that's not nice. Don't do that. A good place for a list for these mixed media technique lists that I will be doing here this next week, or tomorrow. I'm going to start them tomorrow. Uh-oh, I'm going to cough. I'm going to choke. Excuse me. Sorry. Still choking just a little bit. Just out of the blue. Where's my ink? Test away. Okay. Let's make this the leaf book, huh? Alright. Just wanted a little bit of something underneath it all because the page looked too white to me. It looks more festive now. I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy. Let me put this back because this stencil gets caught on everything. And I really like it. And I haven't seen it around lately, so I don't know if I could replace it if I did something bad to it. I'm not getting sick. It's allergies. I have allergies. Something's been blooming. And then I have my fan on me at night, which kind of stuffs me up too. And it takes hours and hours and hours for me to get unstuffed. It's just what happens. But you know, those heat flashes wake me up and I need to be cool. I need to cool down. So, you know, allergies, fan. Hot, 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 fan. Hi, Carol. I need a leaf book and a circle book. A circle book would be fun. I think I do need, and I was going to do that at one point. I was going to make a book from circle shapes with you know, circled pages sewn together in a single signature with circles on them in various different ways, crazy lady circles and the circle stamps and all that stuff. So I've had that in my plans for a very long time and have not. Bye, Vicky. A circle leaf book. That's funny. Okay, so, but that, yeah, I've got other things I need to do before I think about that. You know what? I don't know if I want red or cranberry. I'm thinking, or currant. I don't want black. I want a color. I want a color. I think cranberry. I am going to use, that is not the repositionable stuff. That's not the repositionable stuff. Where's my repositionable? Oh, this is it. Okay, so it's called removable double-sided tape. And it's not real sticky, so that I can put a piece of that on the back of my stamp and put it on the block. So it's sticky enough that it will not move and I don't get my fingers all inky and all that good stuff. So I like that. And many times I will have it on the stamp and I will take it off with the stamp. It doesn't really, sometimes it sticks to other stamps, but it's easy to pull off. So that way I can use the piece of tape more than one time. All right. Dun dun dun, let's test. Let's test. Are we ready? I can't tell if this is inked enough. I guess we will see. Let me put a little bit of a mat underneath to get a good stamp. Okay, are we ready? Drum roll, please. Oh, that's too busy. I can't really see it, but that is, that one's really different. I didn't expect it to be that different. Let's move it down here so I can kind of see it. It's in the fold of the book. All right. Oh, yeah, it got caught on the fold here, so it didn't stamp real well. Because it's not even. Maybe if I pull some of these pages back to even out the book, it'll be better. Maybe not that many pages. There we go. Then I don't have a great old big old crease in there. I like it. I really want to see the whole thing though. So let me put one right there. I like that one too. And I don't know what made me do it that way. I think I was thinking Zen Doodle patterns and something kind of, you can kind of see it there. I like it. You see, it's really different. It's a leaf shape, but it's not really a leaf. But I'll take it. Sometimes I don't want my leaves to be leaves. So I am going to put a few of these over on the other side. Hi, Paper Drake. Yay! That's fabulous. When I do the, yeah, that's got a little bubble in it. When I do the video, I will show some of the patterns that I do and how I do different things with the leaves. The leaves are fun. I did the leaves just for something different, and then they just kind of Emma. They just kind of became a thing. They just did. I don't know why, but these are made with fun foam. Yes. Yes, the cheap, thin fun foam that you get from Walmart. I like the thin stuff better than the thick stuff. The thick stuff is harder to draw into. We could do a leaf. I can do a leaf demo real fast since we're playing. I mean, I don't really have a agenda today. I do like that though. All right, so I'm going to clean off this stamp on an under paper. Just so all that ink doesn't go to waste. I don't carve them. I don't carve them. I do not carve these. These are the easiest things to make. We'll make one real fast. And you know what? I'm going to do the other leaf. Let me test the other leaf. See, and the tape came off with the stamp, so I can use that later. It tends to happen if I put the tape on the stamp itself, it tends to stay on the stamp, and then I can use it over and over and over again. I'm going to use the current for this little stamp and see what happens. I can do one of these. You want a leaf demonstration? We can do that. I've got it. I've got stuff. I don't have to actually go searching, except for some foam, because I used up all the foam that I had there. But my little pad is underneath that one, so it's not going to work that well. I don't like this one so much. Maybe a little bit more ink would be good. All right. There we go. That one is a pretty dense leaf. Just a little bit of veins in it. And mine are not real leaves. They don't have a stem. They are, and I don't know why I don't make them have a stem. That's just the way I do it. And I don't know, I haven't really thought about it, but they don't have a stem. They don't grow on normal trees. They grow from foam trees. Foam trees don't have stems. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so I'm just going to stamp a few of these on here. And you know, last time I did the stamping, the leaf stamping, I got a pen out and traced along the leaves and did some doodling and stuff. I am feeling the need after Sunday to doodle. And when you feel the need to do something like that, you just gotta go with it. And the Anything Goes book is the place to try things. Yes, a foam tree. It's a foam tree with no stems. They grow, where do they grow? They grow in the land of imagination. And they're beautiful. They come in all kinds of colors. But I like the little thin ones the best. Oh, I like this one. I like it more now than I did in the beginning. Yeah, I'm making up stuff. Foam trees. Where else are they going to get the foam sheets? They got to get them somewhere. They grow on foam trees. I want one over here. And I'm just going to clean off the stamp randomly on here. All right. Cover up my ink pad. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's turn it right side up. And let's bend the book back the way it was. Okay, I do like this, but I want more. I want more. Let me find... I'm going to find a Sharpie, and I've had this Sharpie for a very long time. I don't know if it's going to actually work. So I am going to outline the leaves because I liked that the last time. I'm going to outline these guys in the black, thin black line. And I'm doing it pretty fast, so it's not real accurate. And I don't mind that it's not accurate either. And I am really surprised that this actually works, this pen. I've had it for like 10 years. And they usually dry up for me. They usually do. All right. This will get my Zen doodling mojo going, huh? Okay, I'm almost done with all of them. I had to, of course, stamp a million leaves. And I think that's all of them. I've got this pen out. I want to do these circles on the other one. Of course, it's going to take me forever to do. But this is what the Anything Goes book is all about. It's just a place to play, just to have some fun, not to worry about what it's going to look like. Work out, uh-oh, I tore through the paper. Work out issues. Guess I'm pressing too hard. Oops. Adds to the interest, right? Not taking too long. But it definitely is pretty fun to see what happens with these stamps. Uh-oh. When you add doodles or outlining to them, they kind of just come alive. Like a live foam tree with the stemless leaves. Okay. And that's all of them. Oops, nope, I'm missing one. And while I've got this black, I think I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm doing this really fast, so it's not very accurate at all. I think I'm going to do the lines. And my pen is dying, just like that. I had to say something. It wouldn't have died if I hadn't have said it was old. It was old. It would have been fine. No, I had to say something. It's hard to do these with over the ditch of the book. All right. And then I want to add another color. Like a red. There we go. Like a red. We've got this felt tip Stabilo. And I am going to outline it's almost the same color. Uh-oh, I'm ripping all kinds of stuff off. That was an old book, a very brittle book, and it is coming off as I touch it. Again, it just adds interest. And this is the Anything Goes book, so that's the place for those book pages to not be really happy. And you know what? I'm going to put circles inside the other circles with this color. What is it about these leaves that are just so much fun? I'm not finding a place for my face either, am I? But I want to do them all at the same time so they all look the same. And I'm doing it fast and messy. This one needs the circles. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. I'm having fun over here. Thank you, Tammy. My mind is on all kinds of stuff. Things that I need to do. I had a moment yesterday too. My computer, like I've said, I think I got a dud. It's doing bad things. It does bad things. Every once in a while it does something really strange. Well, I opened up my family tree program and there was nothing in it. I panicked, man. I panicked. What do you mean? Where did it go? Why isn't there any names or dates or anything in here? I have spent a couple of years putting all that stuff in here. Where is it? I did have a backup on my other computer. It's still working, so I managed to get a backup, but I didn't. I need to find out all that new information that has been lost. I don't know where it is. I don't know what why my computer messes with me like that. So I've got extra work to do. I probably just need to break down and get a computer that's not going to mess with me. So that kind of put me in a weird place yesterday trying to figure out how to solve that problem. And of course I'm still in thinking mode. I'm still in logical thinking mode. I like these little circles here. So I didn't get the video started because I was thinking about that. But I am planning to start. I'm going to start with acrylic paint techniques, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. I've got my list already, and I need to get the PDF going first, I think. I think that would be the plan, to have that and do the videos to the PDF. But anyway, I like it with all the doodling on there. I might go back with a different color and do the little circles on here, but for now, I'm going to leave that as it is, and I feel like that page is finished. Thank you, Liz. I'm just having, yeah, computer, especially my computers. My computers have a mind. Let's mess with Carla today. Let's watch her freak out about this. I know they're laughing at me, because I can press a button on a computer. This happened to me when I was working. I worked in a bookstore. I would press the button for it to do whatever it was supposed to do. This is the button I'm pressing. I've pressed it. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. For 5-10 minutes, press that button. Nothing happens. Go and get the computer person. Come back. He presses the same button and it works every single time. I had a witness that it was like that once. I was like, one of the other cashiers. Now see me, I am pressing this button. You see me pressing this button? Do you see anything happening? Nothing is happening? You see this, right? You see it. Uh-oh, that one didn't get outlined. And I'm like, right? And she goes, yep, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening at all. I'm like, okay, go get him. And sure enough, he pressed the exact same button and it worked. It did what it was supposed to do. Computers just do not like me. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy of the computer. Anyway, and it's just against me. Everybody else is fine. All right. Yep, I kind of like it. I like the zigzags in the background. It's kind of busy, but I kind of like it. All right. All right. So, I was going to do crash course in leaf making. Do we have a crash course? All right, crash course. I just happen to have my bunch of foam sheets. These are the foam sheets that I get at Walmart. I get them in the section, in the craft section. Okay, my nose is going to go now. Excuse me. Sorry. I'll get focused just a second. I find these in the craft section, usually where the kids' crafts are. Hi, Miss Allie. And they're usually on a shelf underneath. They come in, this 32 pack is less than $1, I believe, and it is the thin foam sheets. I get them. They are 4 by 6 inches, and they are really thin. Can you see how thin they are? Yeah, they're thin. They're the thin ones. I like the thin ones. They work perfectly fine. And they don't take a lot of hand muscle to get the lines in them. Okay. So, should I go through the whole technique from step number 1, getting your leaf shape? Okay, don't spill, don't drop, don't fall on the floor, please. Please don't do that. Let me put a little marker in the Anything Goes book and get it out of the way so we can see what's going on. And then I'll bring it back. Okay, so I get a piece of paper to make a pattern from. Okay, that's going to fall on the floor and I won't be able to pick it up. All right. I chop off a piece of paper the size that I want my leaf. I want a fairly small leaf. That's kind of large. No, Emma is not Mad Rat. She is not. I'm going to make a really small one. Okay. My leaves are pretty much, like I said, they don't have stems. So they are, this is the ratless Emma, that's funny. They are equal, these ends are the same, the sides are the same, there's not a stem. You know how leaves kind of, they have a point? Mine don't have a point. Mine are pretty equal in distance. And the reason, I don't know the reason I do it that way, but the way I do it that way is I fold my paper in half and then in half sideways. Okay, we got that? Okay, let's see if we can get it focused. Of course not. In half this way, then in half this way. All right, and I fold it, crease it really good, and then I make a point and I go around to the side of the leaf, just like that, so that when I open it up, I have a leaf shape. Some of them are skinny, some of them are fat, some of them are more pointy than others. I'm going to refold that up because that's too pointy on the side. I want it to be more curved, so I always cut while it's folded so it's always all the same size. I can do big ones this way, I can do small ones that way. That's how I make my initial leaf shape. Okay. So this is my pattern. And I use a pen, any kind of ballpoint pen, anything at all. Hi, Yvette. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Okay, so I take my pattern and I place it on my foam where I want to make my stamp. One thing, you need to be careful with your foam sheets, because if they dent at all, if there's any marks on your sheet at all, it will show up in your stamp. So be careful not to press too hard in places that you don't want it not to get the ink. So be a little gentle with it, okay? So I draw around my pattern and I indent the foam where all the way around. I know my hands are in the way. And I make sure that I'm fairly deep, press kind of hard to get deep. Just like that. So you've got ink all the way around. And then I move that and I reinforce those lines. Kind of go over them a little bit. They're indented, so it's very easy to go in the same place that you were in. The pen is kind of guided along. And when you're indenting the foam, that is where the ink pad will not touch the foam. So you have to think kind of opposite that you would normally think. Any place that the pen goes is not going to be touched by ink. So you're going to get a mirror image of whatever you draw into the leaf, which is fine because I do many leaves with the line down the center. I draw that line, but so it doesn't get ink. you're not getting an outline of the leaf, you're getting the body of the leaf, I guess. So I usually make a line through the center. And then I get creative. Sometimes I put circles, sometimes I put lines. We'll just do an easy one this time. And I'm going to put lines to the outside. Make sure that they're pretty well indented because they do flatten out over time. You can redraw them, but they tend not to like that very much. So that is one side. Hi, Susan. And I will be doing the whole video on this, so so one side is lines. You know what? I'm going to make the other line, the other side circles, and I'm just reinforcing some of those lines to make sure they're well indented. And I'm going to make little dots. Usually I make circles, but I'm going to make little dots this time. And any place that I put that pen mark, I'm indenting the foam so the ink will not reach that. And I'm just going to put some more dots down here. Maybe I should make them a little bit bigger, because those other dots along the center are bigger. Kind of even them out a little bit. All right. Oops, that one's too big. So this is what I have now. Okay. I like to cut all along the line that I drew. Some people, I think Shelley, when she cuts out her stamp, she has a border all the way around hers. You can do it either way, whatever floats your boat. But I always just cut along the line, and I just cut it out, and voila. I'm not French, so that sounded icky. Presto. We have a leaf stamp, just like that. That's as easy as it gets, people. It is so easy to make. I do keep these templates, these patterns. I've got lots of them in different sizes, and I do, yeah, I obviously have made a few leaves. They're all different sizes and shapes. Some are fat, some are skinny, some are long. I keep them so that I don't have to make the patterns over and over and over again, but I always seem to make the patterns. And then, oops, this one is some that I made. I was going to send to somebody and ended up, I think it was this one. Yeah. I wanted to see what that one was going to look like, so I had put that on there, and so I cut that one out, and now it's in my basket. But yeah, those are some leaf shapes. All right. So now that we've made the leaf, we've got to test it, right? Got to test it. Let me get this one off of here. Oh, see, the tape stayed on the block, so I'll just use that tape for this one. I'll just use that same tape, put it on there. All right. So let's find a page in the book for the new testing of this new stamp. Let's see. We need to go to the other side of the book. Ooh. Should we try it on this one? Here's another test page. Oh, we've tested a lot of leaves in this book. This is the leaf book. Let's find a different page. We're running out of pages to test things in. We could put something else on here. This is kind of boring. Let's use the black for this one. Let's get my little handy dandy something firm underneath it. Stamp it, ink it all up. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's see. We need another drum roll. Uh-oh. My surface was not flat. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. I've got some little pieces of paper glued on here, so it caught the edge. Let's try it again. All right. Oh, that one stamped pretty well. So they make great stamps. These little foam, they take the ink really well and they stamp really well. And that one's a pretty cool one. Hi, Mary. So now I just want to stamp these leaves all over this page. Because I can't just stamp a few. I have to stamp a million. You can also use acrylic paint with these stamps. You do have to, see if we can get near the center of the book. You have to clean off your foam pretty quickly so that the acrylic does not dry. The acrylic will ruin your stamps. Foam, rubber, anything. Get that paint off your stamps as fast as you can so it doesn't ruin your stamps. If there's a foam one that you like, don't let the acrylic get it. The acrylic monster. I like it. I like it. See, I'm going overboard with the stamps. I can't just do one. And it's stamping really well. It really is stamping well. If it's got a flat enough surface, it's happy. So that is leaf shapes from foam in a nutshell. Really easy, really fast. They make great stamps. You don't have to spend a fortune. You've got your very own unique stamp that nobody else has because you drew it, you penned it, you cut it, you made it. No two stamps will be the same. Even if you're trying to copy this one exactly, yours will end up different than mine. I guarantee it. Okay, so that is leaves. Yeah, I don't have leaves. Mine are foam leaves from the foam tree. Okay, so yeah, and there. See, I've got a million leaf stamps. I like the leaf stamps. All right, all right. So let me get that stamping thing out of there. Let me get that out of there. I can also do circle stamps. Yes. And I have done many circle stamps. When I'm talking about circle stamps, I usually use a lid instead of using the cardboard. Like I said, cardboard does collapse after a while. You keep pressing it, you keep pressing it. Eventually, that corrugated cardboard, even if you do more than one layer, it flattens. It's hard to deal with. I have found that putting them on any kind of cap, lid, the drink lids make little tiny fun little stamps. The only thing with the lids is when you are inking them, you have to press the middle down to make sure that you're getting ink on the middle of the stamp. And when you are stamping it, you need to press the middle to make that, because sometimes they curve up just a little bit, so that there's no ink getting contact with the paper. They're asking about the foam getting wet. I do not have a problem with the foam getting wet. I should have, I did have a baby wipe. This is a baby wipe I just pulled out. It's nice and wet and it's juicy. So if I had acrylic on that, I would have just rubbed that wet baby wipe on it, just like that, to get the acrylic off. It cleans just fine. And that's what I use. I don't actually run them in water. I always use a baby wipe on them. And I have used some of these with acrylic paints. I don't know if I've used any of the leaves. I think I used this one. I'll find it in this book. This one has had acrylic paint on it. It still stamps really well with an ink pad. Gosh, I've got stamps everywhere here, people. Everywhere. So that's how I clean them. I use a baby wipe to clean them off. I don't put them in water. I haven't put them in water. I don't know what would happen. I'm sure they'd be just fine, really. Let's find another page. That needs a little something. My nose is itching. So this one has been baby wiped in its life, but still works. So that's how I clean. That's how I clean my stamps. I use a baby wipe on them. It's not a problem. And you know, something with the foam too, as soon as they wear out, just make another one. It won't be exactly the same, and maybe that's a good thing. So it works. It works. There's something about the circles too. Let me put these away. I do quite a few. I've done videos on these circles. These circles are really easy to do. They are extra easy to do. And these circles, let me get a good one here. Here's one. These circles are done the same way. Just take a pen and draw around a circle template. And what I mean by that is, you know, one of those kinds of things so that you've got the different sizes. Hi, Mary. Welcome. You're definitely welcome to lurk and listen. I use these to get the different size circles so that they will go into each other. nicely. And this is what they look like with the foam. Let me put one on one of these. I also have another technique that I do that is super easy and super fun and fast. It's a technique that I developed that's different than this one. This one works really well. I'll show you here. This one works really well. Those lines were really thick lines, so they made the grooves pretty well, kind of thick like. But this other technique that I developed makes the circles more ring-like. Of course, I can't get it to stamp really well. And what I mean by more ring-like is the rings are separated a little bit further apart so that when you stamp them, they're more like the original, we won't speak their names, Hero Arts, that refuses to remake that wonderful stamp. But this one is more, the rings are more defined. No, I will not be showing you this technique. This technique, since a girl's got to make a living, I do sell the video for this one. If you email me at kagedfish@yahoo.com, I will send you a link to the video. I can't remember how long the video is. It's not very long. The video is $6. You do need to have of course I can't find my other ones. I've got some smaller ones. You need a circle template. Have to have the circle template to do this technique. You need the different size circles to do it. And they come in different sizes. I've got a little green one that looks a little, see, I found the square one and I found the other one. I've got a little green one that has just circles in them. You find them at Hobby Lobby, you find them at Michael's in the drafting department. You need the templates to do these, do this technique. Email me. I will send out an invoice, and when the invoice is paid, I will send you out a link, and you can watch the video as many times as you want to. You can save it wherever you want to save it. And you can make as many stamps as you want to. This is kind of all, hi Shelly, all the different kinds, hi Gigi, kinds of stamps that you can make with this technique. And you can learn the technique and make as many stamps as you want to make. Okay, so that's my plug there. That's my plug. It's really an easy technique, and it's really fast. And it's very accurate. And yeah. So now I've got stamps all over the place. You did make it. So now somebody's got to come and get me tonight during your stream. As I get busy doing stuff, and then 10 o'clock comes around, 10:30 comes around, and I'm headed off for bed, and I'm like, I forgot, I wasn't there, I was busy, I didn't think about it. It's horrible. Alright, so I still need to find a place for this face. I got sidetracked with the stamping, guys. I got sidetracked with the stamping. We need to find a home for that face. It would look good there. It would look good there. Oh, but I like to be there. You know, it's my quiet time too, where I can talk with people, because I don't get a chance. I've got ink all over me. I don't get a chance to talk to everyone because I'm streaming and and I want to talk. But then I get on that stupid tablet and I can't type. I cannot type on that tablet. And it takes forever for it to get me to the typing place. So when I'm answering a question, when I'm on the tablet, I keep poking the stupid thing until it gives me the message thing. And then I try to type, and you've already asked 3 questions by the time I get it up to answer the first question. It's so slow. It's cumbersome for me. I am not used to all that nonsense. But I'm usually in bed trying to relax so that I can go to sleep. I absolutely loved those postcards, Shelley. I was looking at that stream earlier today, looking at those postcards. That postcard with the chair. That chair and the eyes. I don't know what it is about that postcard. It was staring at me when I got to your stream. It was just sitting there staring at me, and I was staring back. And this page needs some color. And it was speaking to me. It was yelling at me and batting its eyes, and I loved the. I need to find my other Neo 2s. Where are they? Here they are. Here they are. With my portfolios that I forget to use. They're wonderfully abstract. I loved just that tilted chair. For some reason, really just makes a statement. And I was running around today looking at images and trying to find a chair. I usually keep chairs. I like the looks of chairs. I could not find a single chair anywhere. I want a chair. I want to make one because I liked it. All right, I want to make this kind of a red color, and I don't want to use, well, there's no red in here. Is that red? It looks pink. It doesn't have the color. Oh, it says scarlet. It looks pink to me. I'm suspicious. It has the circles on it. And I don't know. I think the chair, something about that chair really got me. And I don't know why, but that chair. And this has a little bit of yellow in it. So I'm going to put, this is the Neo 2. They're water soluble. Only the Neo 2s. You want to make sure there's a 2 there. The Neo colors are not water soluble. So make sure you've got a 2 because those are the ones that are water soluble. I like to add color with these. They're one of my favorite ways to add color. And I just want a little bit of color on this very white page. Okay, so I've got some yellow on the background, and I guess it is kind of red. I'm going to scribble, because I'm in the scribbly kind of mood. And I am going to make a really, really thick scribble right here. and right here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to get a paintbrush. It's kind of large. I love that postcard. I like the whole abstract, the whole series that you had there. There was something about them that just, let me put that back in, even though it doesn't have a tip. And I don't know why I keep putting them back in this tin, because I never use them out of the tin. I always use my little baggie here that's all, they're obviously more well loved. I'm going to take some water, and of course all I've got is dirty water. Actually, let me use my spray water because it's not quite as, of course, can't get the brush in there. Yes, having a day. Having a week. Alright, so I've got a wet brush, and I'm just going to get that really, really wet. Really wet. More water. And let it drip. And kind of brush some of that color around. Put a little bit of water to it. Swish it around a little bit. I love these crayons. And that scribble over there, let me get a damp brush and kind of move this color, make it look watercolor-like. And then a really wet brush, and again, I'm just going to move all that color, add a lot of water to it, a little bit more water, and then let it drip. There we go. There we go. Bye, Susan. Let it run and drip and be happy. I'm losing some down here. So I need to let that dry. I love to add color with the water-soluble crayons. I don't have to worry about my pages sticking together. They don't stick with watercolors like they do with acrylic paint. I'm happier if I can go along and do a different page. And I'm happier, Mr. Camera, can you please focus for me? Come on, you can do it. Please, 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 focus, focus. Thank you. Yes, yes, I guess I do talk to the camera whenever it is necessary. So I like the watercolor, the water-soluble crayons. I don't have to add very much water to them, so my pages don't buckle a lot if I don't want to. I can add a lot of color to them. Or, you know, I don't have to add any water to them. I can spread this color around with a moist baby wipe. I can blend them with my finger. Of course, the video is coming with all those different things that I do. So I'm going to call this one done. We're getting there. We're almost done. Oh, here's another one that needs a little bit of color. A lot of white pages here. I don't know if I like my face there, though. Still looking for a home for the face. Let's see, what color shall we make this one? Should we make this one green? And you can dip the crayon into water to add the watercolor. And we'll just color in these circles with wet crayon. Just like that. And you can actually stamp with these watercolor crayons too. Can rubber stamp. I haven't used them on foam stamps. I don't know if the foam would actually take it. It would be an experiment worth trying out. Alright, let me use a different crayon. Some color on this page. Probably should be using something other than green, like a purple. She belongs on the front. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't think she was that special. You think she goes on the front? I was going to put her on the inside. Something to think about, huh? She's a cover girl. You guys are silly. Silliness. All right. So, and I'm going to take this dark green and go around the outsides of the circles. Oops. Like that. And I am going to take a baby wipe this time. I'm going to take a baby wipe. And I am just going to lightly go over those lines that I did, and that blends it so that it smooths out the color and makes it more watercolor like. You can see, you know, that color right there. If I take the baby wipe and go across it, it blends it so that it looks like it is watercolor color, not like a crayon. And that's what I really like about these. Smooths them out, smooths out the lines. I like to scribble with these and put a damp paintbrush or a baby wipe or something over it to blend in the colors. And sometimes the baby wipe takes away a little bit of the color, so like a watercolor. So if it's too dark for you, you can tone it down. I have a black watercolor crayon? I do. I do. I think she needs to go on the cover, really. I think I want, oh, that looks like it's gray. Nope, it says black. Guess I've never used it, so I am going to go around the outsides of these. I'm feeling the need for outlining. Maybe some circles on the inside. And my page is wet, but with a watercolor crayon, I can add color to a wet page. Another thing that I like about them. Sorry. Not looking at chat for a second. I'm going to get this black down there. Kind of lost my circles. Oops. My space is not very big. All right. So I kind of want to keep those circles exactly where they are. So I'm going to use a water brush. Well, that's fabulous. Linda just reached 100 subs. And I am going to just go over my black lines with the water brush to soften them up just a little bit, to make them look a little bit more like watercolor and less like crayon. So I recommend getting any kind of book, a sketchbook or a blank book, or alter a book, make some signatures, and have an Anything Goes book handy so that you can grab it to use paint that you have left over, or to work out a problem, or try something out, put some notes in for things that you would like to do, or a mistake that you don't want to repeat. So there is, I've got some color on my brush still. So here we go. You're going to have a giveaway? That's exciting. So that page now has color on it, and I can call it done, because there's not a whole lot more I can do. I was going to add some more images. I've got all those images out to add. This is one of my least favorite pages. I don't really want to put a lot of color on over the houses, so I'm not going to do anything with that one. This one needs some color, but I need to find a place for, she needs to go on the cover, doesn't she? Of course you like the colors, it's green. Does she need to go on the cover? I might need to make her a little bit more skinny. Rip a little bit more of that off. I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking I was going to put it on the inside somewhere. Some of these are pretty boring. Some of these pages are a little boring. They need some images. Yeah, she doesn't look as good there. Yes, the cover. Look, she looked really kind of cool over here too. With more leaves. There's a lot of leaves in this book. Need some color on that one. Oh, look how cool she looks there. No, no, I like her there. No, she's a cover girl. She's a cover girl. She can't live on the inside. She's got to live on the outside. I didn't think she was that special. Oh, here's a couple more pages that need some color. Yeah, I like her on that page. She'd be neat there too. No, no, no. Everybody says no, she has to go on the cover. Uh-oh. She has to go on the cover. Really? She did look good with the gray, right? She looked good there. She looked good there. Can't put her on the Inca Gold circles. No. She needs to go on the cover, huh? You just... All right. The other gray. What other gray? I really thought she was going to live on the inside. I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I want to live with her on the cover. Not this one. I like the pink with the little bits of purple in the background. What other gray? This one? Oh, this one. This one. Yep, I forgot about this one. She looks really cool here. Yeah, I do have to decide if I want to see her on the cover. This book is almost finished, so I will be putting it on a shelf so I really won't see the cover unless I pull it out. I don't mind her being on the cover. I just wasn't expecting her to be on the cover. I like it here. I like that this one is kind of looking down on her, and the gray of her face kind of goes with the rest of the page. I kind of like this. It is a good balance. All right. We have 10 minutes. You guys get to vote. Do we want her on this page or the cover? Inside or cover? Everybody gets one vote. I will do what you tell me. Don't listen to Vicky. So this is what she looks like here. And this is what she looks like on the cover. She looks, the numbers kind of take away from her face. You can see her face a little bit better on this page, but that's just me looking at it now. I wouldn't mind her on the cover. She does look good there. So, okay, so we've got, I need to write this down. We need to write this down. Okay, so the inside and the cover. I'm going to go down the chat, and I got to vote for the inside. Inside. Don't make us go against Vicky. Vicky will not get you. You can go against Vicky. Gigi says inside. Raven says inside. Marilyn says on the cover. Marielle says on the cover. Oh, I don't care, Shelley. But are you voting for the cover, Shelley? Shelley's voting for the cover. Shelley's voting for the cover. I only have 7 votes here. You're a rebel. A rebel with a chair. I want the chair. I need a chair. So Vicky says the cover. So that puts it even, guys. Janet, you already voted. Dawn says the cover. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Janet, can I vote? Can I count your vote twice, Janet? You did vote already, right? Yeah. Linda, did I get your... Hi, Dawn. Oh, that's two different Lindas said inside. Linda, did you vote before? Either Linda? One of those Lindas voted before, but I see another Linda inside. So I have 5 and 5, but we only had 4 votes for the cover, right, guys? Let me go back and look at this. One, two, 3, 4, 5. 5 for the cover. Vicky makes 5. So the tiebreaker goes to me. So it's fine, guys. Come on. The tiebreaker goes to me, huh? You guys are done voting? I'm only going to get 10 votes. I'm only going to get 10 votes. Somebody's going to sneak in at the last minute and put in their vote. Let me put my watercolor crayons someplace. I'm looking at the busyness here. I could put some white around her, but she's kind of gray. I think the white would be too white. She really stands out on this background. I do need a cover image. Debbie! You didn't vote yet, did you? I have to go back and look. You didn't vote, so... She did hold out. Debbie, you held out. So that's... Cover wins. You guys are horrible. Horrible. I like how calm she looks inside here, though. You know I can veto. Debbie. I do need some kind of... You're trying to collage. You can go back to work, Debbie. Go back to work. The cover does need something, and this is kind of the right size for the cover. It's got just enough color for the cover. I could put just a little bit of white, or maybe even a little bit of gray. I might like that a little bit, like a gray wash. If I put a wash on it, I think I want to put the wash on first and then put her over. Or I could put her on top of or put her on and then wash around her. Copier. Is she going to be in 2 places? I don't need her in 2 places. She's not that fabulous. So she needs to be a cover girl. All right, the votes are in. Let me glue her down. Let me glue her down, and then I'll put a wash around the outside of her. You know, I might put a gray wash or a silver wash around her. And I put lots and lots of glue on her so she stays there forever and ever and ever, and I'm never getting her off, and it's all your fault. It's all your fault. She has to live. Oh, you guys are silly. You guys are silly. All right. I might have to put a crown on her. All right. Do I have gray? I think I've got some gray. I should put a wash on her really, 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 really fast so I can let her dry. But I can't find... Oh, here's a gray. Here is a storm cloud gray. That's definitely the vote today, storm cloud gray. And I'm going to use this damp baby wipe to get it on pretty fast. And just kind of making that background just a little less busy. That's all I am doing. Since she's got to live on the cover. All right. She's stuck. She's stuck. So I think that's going to be enough of a wash for the cover, because I don't want to cover up all the numbers and stuff. Kind of makes that white just a little bit less white. Hi, Hilda. I don't think I've seen your name before either. So thank you, everyone. It was fun. It was fun to under construction. I don't think I've seen your name either. I've already glued her down. Now you vote? We could have had her on the inside. You've had a nice nap? Oh. All right. So thank you, everyone, for spending some time with me. It was fun today. I will be doing the FIBS book page for Debbie. I will be doing that. I want to get the mixed media challenge prompts, all the videos done and the PDF done before I do that, because that's just where my mind is right now. And I'm not sure how long that's going to take me, but I will be doing that FIBS book page as soon as I can get back into that groove. I'm looking forward to the prompts being finished, as that was a very long project, and it needs to be done so I can go on to other things. I've got other projects to finish and to play with and to have fun with. And I probably will finish up the rest of the pages for this one. I'm going to add a few more images to some blank pages, a little bit more color to a few that I saw that need a little something. I'm probably going to have to find another face for this page. And I will finish it up, and I will do a flip through video for that one, so I can start my new Anything Goes books with the new prompts and stuff like that. So I have a place to do all those experiments and show and tells and demonstrations and whatever else you want to call them. So thanks, everyone. It was a fun day today. I had a great time. So I should, if I am not at Shelley's tonight where I'm supposed to be, somebody come and hunt me down. Hopefully I won't be eating or something ridiculous like that. Thank you all for all your wonderful thumbs up, and I will be back on Sunday. Not sure exactly what I will be doing. I'm hoping to have the videos done by that time. There's a lot of videos that I am doing with all the different techniques, but they should go pretty quickly. I'm going to go down the list, and it should go pretty quick. It should. I say that, you know, and then something's going to happen. So anyway, thank you all. All you insides and outsides. Thank you all for your votes and everything else. And I will see most of you tonight at Shelley's. Go visit Crafting Mamas. She streams live on Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 Eastern Time. And she's got great postcards that she's got to show again, because I just love those postcards. Love them. So I will see you there. I will be chatting with everyone. So goodbye, goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you're watching the recording, if you had fun, please give me a thumbs up. It seems to be some kind of record today, the thumbs up. And I guess that's all I have to say. So bye, everybody.